Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Let's jump right into Love and Marriage Huntsville. The first thing I wrote is there's a lot of the same shit and bad wigs. Like, everybody on this show has a wig that is sitting too high on their head. Tisha, your hair is gorgeous. And I understand you don't want to put a lot of heat on your natural hair, but that wig, it looks too wiggy. It's too wiggy. Kimmy's wig is alright, but I don't like the style. Mel, I told you that confessional wig, the short black bob, is your look. That poofy, curly, orange stuff, no ma'am. But moving on, Mel and Tisha are still having a conversation at this bowling alley. That's where we pick up. A lot of yin yang. Mel, you being mean. No, you being mean. It's spilling over into the children. They making fun of my son at school about these 20 women. And he asking, why would Mr. Martell say that? And that is a downfall of reality TV. When you have older kids who are old enough to watch the show with their parents or sneak and watch it, they're going to come to school and they're going to read your children. It's going to happen. If you do something embarrassing on the show, it's going to spill over, especially into a middle school, especially into a high school. It's unfortunate. That's why a lot of people have to really think, is it worth it? Now, they agree at some point, because they were talking about too much and I really didn't care. They agreed at the end of the day, kids are going to be off limits. Mama's going to be off limits unless your mama say something to me. And that was for Miss Wanda, because Miss Wanda can't be off limits because she going to bring it to you. And later on in the episode, we going to see that Tisha is just like Candy. She ain't going to check her mama, so Miss Wanda ain't off limits. The one scene I appreciated, which it goes back to Martell being a liar. Like, his character is just equal to liar, so you don't know when you telling the truth. Now, Martell pulls MJ, which is the oldest Scott child, to the side and was like, look, what I said about your daddy, I said out of anger. I was just talking shit, and you know, ain't nothing wrong with your family. They gonna be, you and your parents, your mom and y'all dad good. You know, just don't worry about what Mr. Martell said about the 20 women's. I apologize, you forgive me. Little boy said he forgave him. Were you lying now, or are you lying, or were you lying then? Which one were you lying? Is it the 20 women you was telling the truth, but you just saving face for the little boy? Or was you lying about the 20 women, and now that you see it done hit the little boy who is the innocent, let me clear the air right now? Like, I just don't, when it comes to Martell, you just never know. Do I think Marceau is innocent? No, I don't. Do I think it was 20 women? No, I don't. I think Martell has the T on Marceau. It might be 2 women, but he was just talking shit. And moving on from that, he apologized to the little boy, whatever. Now we see Mel and Martell in the office. They arguing back and forth on, I need you to come work 2 hours here. I need you to find a nanny. I need a list of 10. What you doing over here with these commercials? And this play ain't making no money. Over here, Holton Holt is the one making the money, so you need to put in some hours over here. And they going back and forth, back and forth. My whole thing is, Mel is always busy. She says she's super busy. She ain't taking her pedal off the metal. She in go mode. Martell ain't too much better than, I ain't gonna say that because a lot of people better than Marceau. He will watch his kids. But obviously, the grandmama said they got a life. I believe both grandmamas got a job. So I'm like, who the hell is watching this baby and the 3-year-old? The other 2 might be in school. But hell, if y'all always working, who watching the baby right now? Is the baby in the daycare? Because if she in the daycare, what you need a nanny for? They go on to talk more about he don't want to see the Scots no more. That's the end of it with the kids. And Mel is like, I worked it out. And Mel was like, deuces, I ain't about to argue with you about it. She was out. Like I said, a lot of the same shit. Now we over here with Kimmy and Maurice. They having an interesting conversation about Kiowa moving to where they at, Huntsville. And Kimmy is like, well, if Kiowa moves to Huntsville, is it going to be more of a shared joint custody with Kiowa, or is Monster still going to be over here all the time? And you know, Maurice is like, Monster going to be over here all the time. And Kimmy is like, well, have you talked to Kiowa about this? And, you know, see how she feels? Because what's the point of her moving down here if she could stay where she at? Why up and relocate your entire life if you still ain't going to have your son? I might as well stay where I'm at. Maurice is kind of like, he don't care what Kaya would say, Monster gonna be with us. Now, I got a couple of things from this. One, I understand Kimmy 100% with the co-parenting. Like, obviously, they don't have anything official signed by the judge. These are just agreements between the two parents, and that's fine if the two parents can agree and move on and execute the plan without a problem. That's great. But it sounds like they ain't got no agreement, because it seemed like the way Kimmy was like, you need to ask her because she can just come snatch her baby back, and like, And I don't understand the big deal. Yes, I understand the importance of a son having a father, especially in these critical teenage years. I get it. I get it. But you need your mother too. You need your mother too. And I don't understand why, if Kiowa moves to Huntsville, she can't 1 week at my house, 1 week at your house, or, you know, during the school week at your house, weekends at my house, alternate holiday. Like, I don't understand why it has to be, oh, she can just have them for the summer. It ain't my house, so I really don't care. But I'm with Kimmy. Kimmy, I might have been reading it all wrong. She could have just been looking out for Kyle, but a piece of Kimmy is probably me. It's probably just me reflecting my feelings. Kimmy child is grown. Like, my son is grown. He ain't grown. He's 17. He's a senior. But he about to be in college next year. And I'm about to have a semi-empty nest. I ain't gonna tell too much personal business. But anyway, but the one thing I wouldn't want is a full-time nest. Like, I did my 17, 18 years. I did the best I can. Yeah, I know after they turn 18, they still gonna need you. I ain't talking about that. But I'm talking about in the house, dropping off at the school line, running them back and forth to practice, having to cook dinner, lunch, breakfast, making sure they taking a shower, did their homework. At 18, all of that is over. All of that is over, and I don't want to sign up for it again. For what is Monster? Even if he 12, another 6 years, I wouldn't want to sign up for it either. Not full-time. Not full-time. And you sitting in the office studying for the bar all day and all night. That means Kimmy is the one watching that boy. Miss me with it. Miss me with it. But let's move on. What I say, Tisha? Okay, so now we at the office. A beautiful office. I agree with Marceau. I hate agreeing with Marceau, but I do agree your office has to be on point because you're showing people this is what I can do for you. It was a beautiful office. Tisha decorating. I like the white marble with the splash of gray and the accent of that royal blue. I thought it was a beautiful office. Tisha talking about her mama. I gotta apologize to Mel for my mama. I had to apologize to Kimmy for my mama. And Marceau was like, you need to tell your mama to shut the hell up. Now, you can't do that. The way he said it, you can't just say, mama, shut the hell up. But you do have to check your mother and say, Mom, you are interfering with my personal relationships. I'm grown. I don't need you to be rah-rah and have my back. Like, if I don't send for you, stay in the house and stay off of tell your mama to stay off of Twitter and social media. I do agree with that. But Tisha is like Candy over there with Mama Joyce. ain't checking the mama. The mama can just do what you want. I apologize for it later. But she ain't checking the mama. And what else I have to say about Miss Wanda? Oh, because Tisha was like, well, me and my mother, we grew up together. I understand all of that, but you still, if y'all grew up together and she had you at such a young age and y'all like sisters, that's even more of a reason you should be able to tell your mother to stay out of your friendships and your and out of your marriage too. Out of your marriage too, girl. Destiny shows up. They have a little meeting. Tisha want to be involved because she a businesswoman now. She empowered. I'm in this meeting. But as soon as she realized she don't know nothing about nothing, oh, let me get up and make, you want some espresso? I got you, boo. Tisha go off to make the espresso. Marceau and Destiny talk about the building plans or whatever. Tisha comes back and is interrupting, talking about, girl, you gonna have a natural hairstylist. Girl, where you get that name from, Madonna, whatever the shop name, where you get that name from, child? Totally unprofessional. And at this point, I would have got up and been like, okay, never mind. Never mind, because look at what she's doing right here, right now. Marceau asked, well, you know, the host ain't gonna have a problem with me putting in a bid for you. And she was like, no, this is business. And let's be professional at least. Okay, moving on. We at this opening for, what is the name? It's not Madonna. Madani. She said it was her grandmother and her daddy name put together. I thought that was beautiful. I'm happy she's the first black woman, in Huntsville to have a beauty supply store. I think we need more. One thing we all know, if you're an African-American woman and you get any kind of hairstyle, you done been to the beauty supply store. The beauty supply stores are ran by Asians. I don't know which one. I don't want to just say Vietnamese, Korean, because that's disrespectful, because I don't know which one. But it's Asians. They own probably 99% of all beauty supply stores. And I was looking at a documentary, and what they do is, especially with the beauty supplies, the nail salons, and the restaurants, what they do is they'll send the family over, they set it up, work, stack. They stack their money, they go back home, and then they send somebody else. It's your turn to come run it. And that's how they keep their wealth going. Or they'll stay here and work, and then they'll retire and go back home with that money. I don't know, I was watching a documentary. They have something with the suppliers where they really just corner the market. Like, they're the only ones that can get in with these suppliers. I guess they buy so far in bulk that it was a very interesting documentary of why African Americans can't get their foot into the beauty supply business and sustain it. It was very interesting because we spend 99% of the coins there, but maybe only 1% of African Americans own one. I thought it was interesting, so I'm happy for Destiny and her beauty supply store. The salon will be coming. First thing I saw was Kimmy and Maurice show up, and I said, Kimmy, what the hell do you have on? Like, what is this pastel, multicolored fluff of yarn? Kimmy usually is best dressed, one of the best dressed. I don't know what's going on with that jacket. That was super ugly. Destiny is talking about the bid, and she was like, yeah, I spoke to your brother and asked him to put in a bid. And Maurice is totally exposing Marceau, like, he can do that? He's super busy. You sure he gonna have time to do that? And I'm like, okay, just take, it's bad enough the host trying to take money out of your brother's household. Now you trying to take it out too. Destiny is laughing and talking about, oh girl, make sure you remember this beauty supply store, girl, so you have something else to remember besides chicken. And I'm like, we still gonna talk about this chicken. Okay. Tisha, because now Kimmy is over there talking to the host, Melanie. Melanie showed up, and somehow Tisha come over there and it's like, yeah, we decided to be cordial, and Mel is like rolling her eyes like, I'm trying to be cordial. And so then Destiny comes up, and by the way, Destiny's dress at the event was very beautiful. And Destiny shows up and shows some old pictures like, yeah, I gotta get my snatch back. And Kimmy was like, you in front of the queen of the snatch back, because Mel does look good. Her body was snatched right back. And so then she was like, yeah, it's my body butter. I'm going to give you some of my body butter from Embrace, because that's what I use, and got to snatch right back. And Tisha's like, I guess I need to escort myself out of this conversation since I was escorted out of the event. And I was like, yeah, go ahead and leave. Go ahead and leave, because you about to start some drama. That was not necessary. It was not necessary for you to bring that back up, especially if you and Mel decided from here forward, we moving forward, we gonna be cordial, at least for the kids. You can't do that if you keep bringing up old shit that you said you squashed. So now Mel is talking about Embrace, so Tisha got to talk about, well, I got something going on too. I got a marriage event. And I'm like, Tisha, is this all you have to do? Because if that's all you have to do, you can go on back in the house with them kids. Because all you got to do is these empowerment events around Huntsville. See, I thought you was in the real estate. I thought you was going to try to learn something and help your husband with Schultz. But obviously you just making coffee over there. I don't want to, I take that back, because I don't want to push you down. But these empowerment events, especially this powerful marriage, no ma'am. No, it ain't not a single person on that show I would want to sit down for free, nevertheless pay, to have y'all talk to me about a powerful marriage. Not the bullshit I see on this show. Tisha, you the last one. I agree with Destiny. She was shading you, but I agree totally. You the last one, with the way your husband talks to you and treats you and makes you seem like you just a 1950s barefoot and pregnant housewife. The last one, you and Marceau could tell me nothing about marriage. Nothing. Nothing. I don't even know where the courthouse is from you and Marceau. Nothing. Melanie and Martell are very damn, y'all tied for first. Can't tell me nothing. Nothing. Kimmy and Maurice, I like Kimmy and Maurice the best, but they're newlyweds. They kind of like what Marceau said about Destiny, like they only been together a month. They think they know everything, but I like them the best. I probably wouldn't, I ain't got time to be hearing about y'all 1 year of marriage. And damn sure for not Destiny and her husband, and she can't even take the last name. You can't tell me nothing, ma'am. Moving on. I already talked about that. So at some point, Destiny and Tisha are talking to each other, and they shading each other about calendars. I ain't got time to look at my husband's calendar. Girl, you don't know about your husband's calendar. I guess they just ain't had nothing else to argue about. So now Tisha got to go tell Marceau, I don't know about Destiny. She talking about, I don't know your calendar. And I'm like, Tisha seems like the type who was scrolling through Marceau's phone and looking at his calendar. 3 kids and all. She looks like the type. So now they bring up, it's funny how, you know, the Holt's gonna put in a bid too. Now, a couple of episodes ago, I could have swore the Holt said they don't do commercial. They can only do commercial renovations up to $50,000. I guess Destiny little project gonna be under $50,000. But I could have swore that's what I understood, but I don't know nothing about no construction, so I don't know. Tisha is like, well, they could have it. Hell, they gonna ask the host. That's their friends. We ain't about to bid with them. They could have it. And Marceau says something that I totally agree with, and I totally completely hate agreeing with Marceau. She was like that. He said that's very unprofessional. How does it look like when a client asks us for a bid, we gonna turn down giving them the bid because they friends with the hosts? Hell, in Huntsville, you already see the hosts all over Huntsville. We wouldn't be giving out a bid to nobody. And I agree. Let the client make the choice Let the client make, like I already told you, I could have swore that's what the host said. They do residential, y'all do commercial. Y'all really shouldn't be in that much competition. And hell, look at the Holtz right now. One of them in Atlanta, so it looked like y'all might can corner the market. Next week's episode look good. I hope it's better than this one. I think Miss Wanda gonna give Melanie some 2 cents, and I hope Melanie checks Miss Wanda right back. This season, same old, same old. I'm ready to see what Martell finally does that gets them to divorce court, because they said we gonna see it by the end of this season. That's what I'm waiting for, because we already know the outcome. Go ahead and show me the action. Anyway, like, comment, share. That's all I got for Huntsville this week. I probably talked too much for the same old storylines anyway. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and I'll see y'all next week for the next episode. Bye.